So it is Friday. I don't know about you, but for me this week has gone by so fast. It's like time isn't fast forward or something. Anyways, today we've got a great recipe to kick off the weekend. We're talking a Spanish style spicy tomato pasta. Now we've made a lot of different pasta dishes here on Spain on a Fork, but this one right here is one of my personal favorites, as that spicy tomato sauce has the most beautiful depth of flavors where it feels like it's been simmering for hours, folks. We're talking simple ingredients, no fancy equipment, and all done in just 30 minutes. Truly the kind of dish that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Let's begin by grabbing 1 kilogram of fresh tomatoes, which is about 2 1/4 pounds, cutting the tomatoes in half, and then finely grating the tomatoes into a large bowl. Now to make this pasta dish, you can totally skip this step and substitute it for 2 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce, which weighing at 425 grams each in this pasta dish is still gonna be absolutely delicious. But let me tell you, by finely grating those tomatoes is what gives this pasta dish that authentic Spanish touch. Then we'll thinly slice 2 jarred roasted red bell peppers, thinly slice about 12 black pitted olives. You can also use green olives here if you like. And we'll finely chop 1 medium-sized onion and roughly chop 6 cloves of garlic. All right, let's start cooking our dish. I'm gonna add in some cold water into a stock pot. You wanna go to a little over the halfway point. Then we'll season generously with sea salt and heat it with a high heat. At the same time, I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in a generous 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is about 35 milliliters. After heating the olive oil for about 1 minute, you don't want it to get too hot. I'm going to add in the chopped onion and the chopped garlic. And we'll mix the onion and garlic around. That way they're all coated in that olive oil. And it's very important to mix this continuously. That way everything evenly sautés. After about 4 minutes and the onion and garlic are lightly sautéed, I'm going to add in the strips of roasted red bell pepper, along with 2 teaspoons of hot smoked Spanish paprika, which is about 5 grams. This is what gives this tomato sauce that beautiful spicy kick. 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is about 2 1/2 grams. The sweet paprika is gonna balance out the heat in the sauce. And 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, which is about 1 gram. And we'll give it a quick mix. That way the paprika and the thyme are evenly coating all the ingredients. As always, the Spanish paprikas that I'm using are from Kiva. Like I always tell you, this is some of the best paprikas out there. You'll find a link where you can get some in the description box below. And if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Once everything is well mixed, I'm gonna add in the grated tomato, the sliced black olives, and we'll season generously with sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it one final mix. That way all the ingredients are evenly mixed together. And we're gonna simmer our tomato sauce on a medium heat between 10 to 15 minutes. This is enough time for that sauce to really thicken up and for all the flavors to develop. In the meantime, let's move back to the stock pot. As you can see, the water's now at a boil, so it's time to add in the pasta. For this recipe, I'm using penne pasta, which is what we call in Spain macarrones. However, you can use whatever type of pasta you like. I'm gonna measure out 225 grams, which is 8 ounces, or 2 1/4 cups. And we'll add the pasta into the stock pot. And you don't have to mix this continuously, but do get in there every 1 to 2 minutes. That way the pasta doesn't stick together and it all evenly cooks. Once the pasta's cooked al dente, make sure to check the package instructions in the pasta that you're using. It was exactly 11 minutes in my case. This pasta is ready to go. Now before I drain it, I'm going to reserve a little bit of that starchy water that we cooked the pasta in and set it aside. This is just in case our tomato sauce thickens up too much. You add in some of that starchy water in there and it's going to bring it right back to life. Then we'll remove the stock pot from the heat and drain it into a colander. Okay, let's move back to our tomato sauce. It's been simmering for about 12 minutes, and as you can see, it's really thickened up and all the flavors have developed. Once again, if your sauce is a little too thick, just add in some of that starchy water in there. At this point, this dish is ready to go, so let's start assembling. I'm gonna add in some of the pasta into a shallow bowl. And top it off with some of the spicy tomato sauce. For the final touches, I'm gonna finely grate in a kiss of manchego cheese. The one that I'm using has been aged for 6 months. However, you can use whatever cheese you like here. And we'll sprinkle it with some finely chopped fresh parsley. Check it out, our Spanish style pasta with a spicy tomato sauce is done. This is known in Spain as macarrones con salsa picante. Super easy to make, one heck of a beautiful presentation, and the best part, it came together in just 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. All right, folks, like I always tell you, now it's time for the moment of truth. Here we go. First things first is to cook on the pasta, like we say in Spain, a su punto, perfectly al dente, incredible texture to it. And that spicy tomato sauce has the most incredible depth of flavors where it feels like it's been simmering for hours, but you saw this dish came together in just 30 minutes. As for the spiciness, it's got a nice spicy kick, but it's not overpowering with that manchego cheese, really smoothing it out, folks. You saw this, a Spanish style pasta with a spicy tomato sauce. Serve it next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish wine, you're gonna have yourself the best moment of your weekend. Really quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Amy Martinez, Nancy T, David Anthony, Jean, and Maybeth Robles. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.